Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, good morning all of you. This is Ashima and we are back with the current affairs segment. So here we'll be talking about daily news events. So the discussion is going to involve news events which are important for us to know about and from an examination point of view as well. And we'll be talking about those news events. That is, there is going to be a healthy discussion or exchange of information on it. But for those who want to practice the questions alongside the daily news event update, for them we have everyday live quiz that happens and you can download Entri app for that purpose. All you need to do is download the app and do the initial registration process, and then you get free live quiz of current affairs over there. Right now, this video as a whole is basically meant for everybody, anyone who wants to be updated about the news events that are there or about what's happening in and around the world. This video is there for you. Either you're preparing for an interview, or you are a layman, or you're preparing for an examination, any examination at all, it's going to help you at all. So share the video, like the video, and comment on any updates on any sort or any doubt that you face while understanding or while viewing the video. Now we'll be beginning with our segment. The first news event that we're going to talk about is Women Excellence Award 2021 that was given by SERB, S-E-R-B. So, who were the awardees and what is SERB and why are these awards given? Let's have a look at that. So, first of all, who gives them? As I told you, SERB. So, what exactly is a SERB? SERB is a Science and Engineering Research Board. SERB, and from here you can gather that it is something related to science for women, that is promotion of women in field of science and engineering or STEM subjects is what this um, organization does, and the award. Now, when was this award launched? In 2013 this award was launched by SERB, and in this award they give a grant of they give a grant of 15 lakh rupees. So 15 lakh rupees are given to the winners, and the grant is provided for 3 years to the awardees to pursue their research idea. So to promote the research, 15 lakh is given so that they can complete their research or carry on with their research, and this grant is awarded for 3 years duration where they can take their research to a step ahead, right? And to whom is this award given? So this award is given to all those women scientists who are below 40 years of age. So you have to be less than 40 years to be getting this award, right? Who can receive this award? So there's a criteria for that as well. That is, any scientist who has a recognition from any national academy, be it Young Science Medal or Young Associateship, any of the national academy, if you are recognized from below age of 40, working on science and engineering subjects, then you can get this grant. So this year there were 4 winners, or 4 women were awarded. First is Shobna Kapoor, who is assistant professor at Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, or which we say is IIT Bombay. So Shobna Kapoor has been given she's one of the winners, and she's an expert in host pathogen interactions and membrane biology. Then we have Antara Banerjee. Antara Banerjee is a scientist in National Institute of Research in Reproductive Health in Mumbai. She's a B grade scientist, rank B scientist. Then Sonu Gandhi, scientist D. Now in scientists we have A, B, C, D, E. So she's a D rank scientist from National Institute of Animal Biotechnology, Hyderabad. And Ritu Gupta is an assistant professor in IIT Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Right, so these are the 4 winners: Ritu, Sonu, Antara, and Shobna. Now, going ahead, what is SERB and when was SERB established? As SERB is giving this, so does it have that power? Yes, SERB is a statutory body, and statutory body means it is a constitutional body. So when it's a constitutional body, there must be some act associated with it. So the act is SERB Act 2008. So SERB Act 2008 established SERB which is working under DST, Department of Science and Technology. So it is working under Department of Science and Technology to promote the basic research in science and in engineering, which we say as a STEM subjects. For R&D labs also, for academic institutions also, to scientists, right? All right, then we move to the next news event. NDB, New Development Bank, is going to invest 100 million into NIIF fund of funds. So, and this much investment is being done. 100 million US dollars is being invested. So, what exactly is this investment about, and what is NDB? What is NIIF? Let's have a look at that. So, it is a first ever investment into fund of funds by New Development Bank. Before this, NDB has never done any such investment. Right now, with this investment, what has been impact on FOF or fund of funds? So NIIF, FOF has secured $800 million. 800 million US dollars are there with fund of funds or NIIF now after the investment of 100 million US dollars. Right now, if I'm saying that 800 million is there, who else have invested in this? Asian Infrastructure Bank or Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, which we say AIIB. Then Government of India, ADB, all are investors in F1, right? Now, if we talk about what exactly is this FOF we are talking about, FOF was established in 2008, and it was established with the objective of giving access to homegrown Indian private equity fund managers to institutional investors so that they can operate at a scale with the focus of India. So, increasing the investment and equity with respect to India is what FOF is all about. Right now, there are 4 funds that have been committed by FOF till date, and one of them is NIIF. That, and what exactly is NIIF? What is its full form? That is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. That is the full form of NIIF, and it is the first infrastructure specific investment fund. That is the first time in India such a fund has been created. Now, it is also known as Sovereign Wealth Fund, right? So its other name is Sovereign Wealth Fund. Now, when was it set up? It was set up in 2015. 2015, this fund was set up by Government of India with the objective of maximizing the economic impact through infrastructure investment. Right now, apart from that, the next organization that we talked about was NDB, New Development Bank. It was earlier known as BRICS Development Bank. And with that, you can gain an idea that BRICS Development Bank was established by BRICS. So NDB is a bank of BRICS nations. Now, which are BRICS nations? We have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These are the 5 nations or the BRICS nations that are a part of it. Now, this bank supports all the public and private projects via guarantees and loans and equity participations. Right? Alright, then we move ahead to Vigyan Jyoti program. Now, Vigyan Jyoti program again launched by Department of Science and Technology. This project was altogether launched in 2019, but it is news recently because on 11th of February, when International Day for Women and Girls in Science is observed, that time it was launched. The second phase of this project has been launched recently, which is why it has come to news again. Right, and when was it launched? On the occasion of International Day of Women and Science, Girls in Science. Now, the purpose of Vigyan Jyoti program is to spread awareness about the STEM subject, make girls participate in the STEM subjects, build a career in STEM subjects. What exactly is STEM subjects? That is science, technology. Here is some information for subjects are under. What are in STEM subjects? I'm so sorry about that. STEM subjects, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are the 4 subjects which are included in STEM subjects. Right now, When the second phase has been launched, it is also in line with the new educational policy that was started or that was launched in last year to make it more integrative subject. Now, the program will be spread to 50 more districts. Earlier, when the first set was launched, it was running in, after that, it was running in 50 Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, JNVs, and now 50 more JNVs are going to be. So, when we are talking about 50 more districts, we'll be investing it in JNVs. And what are JNVs? They are Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. And over here, 50 more are going to be selected where it is going to be promoted, right? Now, next one which we have is National E-Governance Plan in Agriculture or NEGPA. Now, what exactly is this program? First of all, it's a centrally sponsored scheme which was initially launched in 2010-11, and now the duration of this program has been extended, right? So the aim of the program, if we talk about, was to achieve rapid development in India using information and technology, communication technology and information. That is what was using to increase the information to the farmers or make their access greater to respect of information, right? Now, initially when it was launched in 2014-15, the scheme was to cover all the states and union territories of India and provide help to farmers with that respect. Now, phase 2 has been launched, under which states will be carrying out backup arrangements and contractual based manpower hiring and computer training labs, so that farmers become computer friendly and they can do all those selling online stuff. So for that purpose, this second phase has been launched recently, right? Next, Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Bill 2020, which has been passed in Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha has passed this bill. So what exactly is in this bill? First of all, who introduced this bill? It was by Law Minister, and who is the Law Minister of India? That is Ravi Shankar. So currently, Ravi Shankar is the Law Minister, and he had introduced this bill in Lok Sabha, which has also been passed. Now, the provisions of the bill, they were already into picture, but that was via an ordinance, right? So to make that ordinance into a bill, it was very much necessary, because we all know that ordinance cannot remain, or that cannot continue until it is passed by both the houses within 6 weeks of the parliament being set up, right? So with that ordinance already into picture, this was easy to pass. Now, what was amended in this? Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 has been amended. Section 36 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 has been amended under this. So, conciliation proceedings are going to be conducted under this, and it will enable automatic stay on awards in certain cases, right? And under the amendments, the stay on arbitral award may be provided by court also, even during the pendency of setting aside the application, right? Now, what exactly is arbitration here we are talking about? Arbitration is a form of alternative dispute resolution. So disputes are resolved outside the courts. Just like we have tribunals which are quasi-judicial bodies, similarly arbitration is basically setting up of disputes or settling of disputes outside the jurisdiction, outside the courts, and the dispute is decided by one or one more than one person, right? And when a decision is given, arbitration, it is not known as a decision, it is known as an award. So the award we are talking about here, that I told you about, that is basically the outcome of the dispute resolution, right? But is it applicable in court? Yes. When an award is pronounced, which is binding to both the bodies, it is pronounceable in court as well. That is, it is admissible in the courts as well for commercial disputes particularly. All right, then we have a breach of privilege motion. Now, breach of privilege motion was recently moved in Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha, breach of privilege motion was moved recently. So, what exactly was in this motion and against whom? So, Rahul Gandhi had, asked for, creating a silence, as we say, for, or a moment of silence, which we say in Rajya Sabha. And what was that for? That was for all the people who have lost their lives in, or all the farmers who have lost their lives in the protest, right? And for that, Sanjay Jaiswal and PP Chaudhary, who are BJP leaders, they have alleged that this is an unparliamentary behavior and have asked for breach of privilege. Now, what exactly is a brief of privilege? As the word or the phrase suggests, it means a violation of any of the privileges of member of parliament. So, any action that casts a reflection on MP, on parliament, on the committees of parliament, any action which is directly or indirectly affecting the image of them, that can be called as a breach of privilege, right? So any editorial is published by an MP reflecting on any of such matter in newspaper, any publication has happened, any TV interview, and in that they have said something, any statement in public, and in that such a reflection is seen. All of that can be called as under brief of privilege. Right now, how breach of privilege is checked? So, where do we have all the regulations? It is checked upon in accordance with Article 105 of the Constitution of Parliament. Whereas for state legislature, we have Article 194. Now, always the states come after the center. So, Parliament is 105 and state is 194. Also, in Lok Sabha rule number 222, and in Rajya Sabha, rule number 187. They also state about breach of privilege, how it should be done, how it is checked upon, right? Now, when there's something like this is happening, then obviously the speaker or the chairperson is going to, move the movement, or, create a committee. So for that part in Lok Sabha, privilege committee is nominated by a speaker, which will have 15 members. And in Rajya Sabha, chairperson of Rajya Sabha, that is the vice president of India, will nominate the privilege committee, which will have 10 members. Right, so 10-member body in Rajya Sabha for checking on that, and 15-member one in Lok Sabha for checking on that. And a few one-liners, all digital insurance policies will be issued via DigiLocker app now. So IRDAI has recently stated that any insurance policy that is coming into force, all of those should be provided via DigiLocker. That is, all things are moving to digital. Right. So what is going to happen? First of all, easy, getting of the documents, access of documents in kind of disputes. Also, there won't be any document missing from insurance side, or they cannot be reasoning for that. So dispute and reduction in fraud, both of them will be helped with that, right? And who has announced this? It is IRDAI. What is IRDAI? That is the Insurance Regulatory Body of India, right? Next, Indian astronomers have detected one of the strongest optical flares and one of the oldest astronomical objects, that is supermassive black hole or blazar called BL Lacertae. So BL Lacertae effect or phenomena has recently been seen by astronomers, or you can say Indian astronomers recently, and its analysis is still coming out. So what exactly is a blazar? Blazar are, feeding supermassive black holes that are in the heart of the distant galaxies, and they have a lot of attention because of the emissions that they do. Emissions, or the jets that are emitted from them, they travel to the speed of light, and they're the most luminous, the most, you can say, energetic particles in the universe. Then seventh pay commission, upper ceiling for family pension has been increased. So that has been increased from 45,000 to 1,25,000 per month. That is the upper pay package, and it is basically for, making, accommodation and ease of living of the family members. Also, it is now stated that if two members of the family, or you can say the husband and wife, they are both government workers and both are receiving pensions, then the children will also be receiving two family pensions, right? And in that, this amount has also been increased. All right, then February 13 is celebrated as World Radio Day, and this year the theme was New World, New Radio. The US president has revoked emergency order used to fund a Mexico border wall project. So this border wall project is nothing which is out of news for us. We all know that Donald Trump, who was the then president of India, president of United States of America, he had ordered to construct a US Mexico border wall. Now, this order has been revoked by the now President of the United States of America, that being Joe Biden. So, Joe Biden has revoked this order, right? Now, also is going to give a obviously when it has been reviewed, then it is going to be reviewed on how much expenditure has been done, what all can be done to make the things better, right? Now, in Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Chief Yoshiro Mori has resigned recently. Then the state of MP has launched a police museum at police headquarters. Now, that is in Bhind MP. So, Bhind MP police headquarters is the place where police museum has been launched recently, right? All right. Then we have, and this museum is going to be for dacoits, right? And it's not that they're going to glorify dacoits for that matter, the tumble dacoits. It's not to glorify them, to bring light to them is the main purpose, right? Then Vijayanagar has become 31st district of Karnataka. Now officially it was announced in November last year, and now it has finally been constructed. So 31st district is Vijayanagar of Karnataka, and its headquarters are going to be at Hosappi. Then Jala Bhikshem water conservation campaign has been launched recently. Now, it is very important during the time of COVID, and under this, water structures are going to be constructed in MP. Right, so water conservation in the state of MP is what is going to happen over here, and this will help in achieving the water conservation goals that we have on a national level, right? Then Reserve Bank of India has announced that Export Import Bank of India, that is Exim Bank, will be providing 400 million US dollars to Maldives project for a Greater Malay Connectivity Project. Maldives has a Greater Malay Connectivity Project, and in that, RBI has announced that Exim Bank is going to provide 400 million US dollars, right? And for this line of credit agreement was already signed on January 28, and the utilization period is 60 months after completion of the project. Then a Mandarin duck, which is a very colorful duck, it has been spotted in Assam recently after 118 years. Before that, in Eastern Asia, it has not been spotted, but after so long duration, it has been spotted in India, and that too in Assam. Its habitat is basically eastern China and South Japan, but in Assam, it is not a habitual visitor. It is basically an accidental visit of this bird. Then India has launched first ever diesel tractor, and that has been a diesel tractor which has been converted to a CNG tractor. So India's first CNG tractor, as we can say, has been unveiled recently by Nitin Gadkari. And why Nitin Gadkari? Because he is the Transport Minister of India. Then International Day for Women and Girls in Science was celebrated on 11th of February. When we had talked about Women Excellence Awards, we had talked about this. The theme was Women Scientists at the Forefront of the Fight Against COVID-19. And the implementing organization of this day is UNESCO and UN Women. Together, they organize this day. With this, I'll be winding up. Thank you so much. It has been wonderful interacting with all of you. And I hope this session has been helpful and informative to all of you. Looking forward to your comments in the comment section. Until then, goodbye. Take care. Do like the video, share the video, and comment on how you like it. Take care and have a wonderful day.